Hello everybody, Coyote back here again. Hells yes. Back from the very somehow easy trek through the ice cave. Minus that one little hiccup that I had there, which is unfortunate considering. Best advice usually laid well, yet not followed, ends up killing you. So here we are, I'm back at Crescent Lake. As you can see, I figured I'd come back here and buy Lightning 3, because I could actually get it now, and plus I have a ridiculous amount of money, so I might as well just try and buy it. I didn't buy Exit. I'm still not going to buy Exit. Maybe I will. I don't really know, because somehow it seems like it could be useful at some point, but I'll make the decision in the future. So for right now, so far that means we've beaten the Castle Ordeals, which means I have the tail from there, and I've beaten the Ice Cave, the hardest trek here so far. Realistically, I could just go to the volcano right now and do that, and it could be done easy. I'm sure it won't be that difficult, honestly, in retrospect, because we're really too far ahead now. If I could do the Ice Cave just as good as I just did, forget it. The entire place is just useless now. But I'll get to that shortly. I want to do the other thing you can do right now that you've beaten the Ice Cave, and realistically, if you've gotten around, you can start to find out pieces and clues of what to do with the floater. The only time before this that we've had any mentions of it were in Melmond, when a guy mentioned that they use the stone to float a ship, which is what we're looking for. The floater is used to find the airship. But nobody's told us where the airship is yet. Maybe the sages would tell you if you did it the right way. But since I'm not, at least I remember where I need to go. So let me get back to the ship here, and we need to go back down southwest from here. Excuse me, giants. I was just saying, oh yes, so we have to get back down here. You can either go to the river that's over here, around Crescent Lake and down that goes to Gulag Volcano, or you can go to your ship and go another direction, which is exactly what I'm going to do, because, trust me, it's a little bit better to do this. At least you run into less battles, at least the battles this way aren't really that difficult. Also, it's worth pointing out that by about level 20 or so, some of the weaker enemies that you used to face are pretty much useless now, honestly. They're pathetic now. I really don't know what to say about that, so it's like, you know, pathetic. They run away even. They don't even sit around in the battle, they just run from you now. There's like 4 enemies, like 2 are probably going to end up running away, so they're like not going to stay. They're weaker than they would think. Like the ones on the sea will do that. Honestly, around Crescent Lake even, some of those enemies will do it, and a lot of the enemies that are on where Elfland is, Corneria, lots of those guys will run now. But more areas in the future will have less enemies that will run away from you. Even if your level gets high enough, they won't run away from you, I think. But it's a lot of the weaker enemies that will run away. So you really won't get much experience from them, so you may as well find other alternative routes, like I kept mentioning the Ice Cave. So here, to continue going on our journey here, there's this little spot here that you can go to, and then you can come here. And here is this little desert here that doesn't seem to have much use, does it? Interestingly enough. It just seems to be very out of place, wouldn't you assume? It's kind of like in the corner of the map, like if we go to the map here. It's kind of like... if it loads here quickly. It's kind of like in the corner here, like very suspicious-like. Even if you look at this map, it's very suspicious. Like there's a desert over there, and then there's the big desert in the north, which actually has use, obviously. If you look at the map, there's a shining block there, so some use. So this seems to be out of place. But this, if you search around a little bit, if you really feel like it. Nah, I'm just kidding. You don't have to search around a bit. All you have to do is go to the items, go to the floater, and the airship will rise from the desert. It's a mysterious rock. And with that, here's your airship. And now the game really takes off. Now with the airship, you can go just about anywhere. I love doing that. This is the great thing about the airship. Now the world is yours. So you can go back to anywhere you want to here now. You can go to the Power Peninsula really quickly. Things to note about the airship: you cannot land in forests. You cannot land on mountains. You can land on green, obviously, which is what I did before at the mountain. And if I am absolutely correct on this, because I don't remember, because I don't usually do this in the first place, and there's probably some slowdown with the airship, sorry about that. A lot of beaten path here. You cannot land in marshes, which is what this block is here. Hi! We're flying over you now. So anyway, what I really would like to do with this airship right now that I have it is come over here, above here. Here's the other, there's that there, where we need to go eventually. The Mirage Tower, if I recall. Here is the Castle Ordeals, where you need to come, actually to even get here, realistically, if you want to use the airship, you're going to have to make a really, really long walk. See what I mean? Of course, there's a place to land. I don't remember if there's a place to land around here or not. I don't really remember. Yeah, I don't think there is. But you obviously have to take the ship here and come here. And then you can come here to it. And then, of course, all along here are these islands that you can now get to. One of them is the one that holds where we need to go. So let's just go let's do some island hopping, shall we? Let's go here first. Why not? You don't really have to worry about enemies down here, but there are some good items here, so you want to get your hands on them. And of course, they'll never be without Gil. Trust me, you could definitely use Gil at this point in the game. Which, again, will be very painfully obvious. If the level 6 spells are 20,000 Gil, yeah. Oh, wait. Well, maybe I'm a little terrified. I mean, I'm a little scared. You're a dragon. Yeah. Oh, there's pots there. Okay. 160. Wow. Thanks. Fuck you. Let's see what else we got around here. Looks like that's all that's here. That's all that's in this one in particular. Okay, so let's go over to the next one. Which I'm gonna just right here. There we go. Don't know why it won't let me land there. Weird. Another dragon. Ooh, Bahamut. I know it starts with courage. Interesting. Courage, you say? Well, that's pretty sad. There's nothing here. Oh well. You got my hopes up. Why'd you do that? Let's see. Let's go to this one here. I remember what I said. You can only land outside of marshes. Worth mentioning that some of the enemies you can meet on some of these islands are some of the enemies you can find around the Castle Ordeals. So be very careful. So what do you have to say? Oh, well we already did that, so that's a good thing. Okay, so that's what we had to do. It might be anything. Big mechanical castles. Interesting. Interesting. I'm liking the story already. I like this. Very Blade Runner. What? Really? 10 gil. Whatever. Cheapskate. Fucking dragons. Man, I made too many enemies going through the ice cave yet last video. And also looking back, I didn't make enough Monty Python references in the last video. Except for that one, that's pretty good. The Killer Rabbit's the best. I'm sorry. Well, actually, there's a lot of good things in that movie. I feel like one could be used coming up, actually, and think about it. This is the one I was looking for. I'll come to this one second. Let's just go over here to this one first. So what do you have to say? Try me the King of the Dragons, Bahamut. Alright. Dragons are Cardia. They're supposed to be, oh, that's right. These are the Cardia Islands. That's what it is. Oh, well, okay. You guys aren't so bad after all, then. At least you're letting me walk around without attacking me. Although some of your friends outside are pretty annoying, actually. Anyway, so why we've actually come here, aside looking around for precious items, is to come to this particular one here. Which is very long hallways. Anyway, so let's do some more walking. And more walking. And more walking. Alright, so here's some guys. This is Bahamut's room. Must be him up there. He verifies the true courage of all. Alright, so what do you gotta say, buddy? The tale of a rat proves your courage. I shall give you the honor due true warriors. If you say so, buddy. Alright, and with that, we reached the class change. Oh, yes. Voice died on me a little bit there, sorry. Alright, so from here on, everybody's going to be a new job. I now have the warrior, the ninja, the white wizard, and the black wizard. I can now get to level 6 and good level 7 and level 8 spells. The black wizard is a beast. The white wizard, while he's not really... I don't know, it's hard to say about the white wizard. I mean, he's got good spells that he can use, but I think at this point the black wizard becomes a lot more efficient. A lot of people have a really big problem with the thief and the ninja, but the ninja actually is very useful. And not because I like ninjas so damn much, because I do like ninjas, but he's actually pretty useful. He actually does really good weapons that he can have later in the game, so he can become very useful. And your warrior, forget it, or knight, a knight warrior. Warrior knight, one of the two. I keep forgetting. I always mess that up somehow because there's so many differences in versions of games. But he is absolutely disgustingly destructive. He's so powerful how he can be at the end of the game. You can if you use fast on him, you can kill things. Let's put it this way. At this point, I don't think I'm going to have much of difficulty going through some of these other things. Although long some of these things may be, but I don't think I'm going to have too much trouble going forward now. Thinking about trying to get close to level 30 by the end of the game, I would imagine. Because trying to get to 50 would take forever. Absolutely forever. I think I've only gotten to 50 at least once or twice in one of these games, but you spend like a whole few months just getting there, because it takes so much to get there. But from here on out, everybody's going to gain a lot more stats than they need to, and, well, more stuff can be had. I'm trying to remember exactly if I kept this flame sword. I don't remember if... Oh, yes, he can. Good, I remember to keep that flame sword then, because he can use the flame sword. That's good. Alright, you can use some of the same equipment. So that's a good start, I guess, for where I am right now. Alright, so now we're a new class. Alright. Best side trip ever. Headbang to that one. Hell yeah. We're now no longer the knights who say knee. We're the knights who say iki protect. Knee. Oh, it feels so good to be this far into the game. And this is what makes this game so memorable sometimes. Stuff like this, where it's just like, wow, you feel so accomplished going through some of these things. And then there's one last island over here. You know what? Let's give a test run of these guys while we're here. Now that we got this, I'll just attack. I'm not gonna use any spells. Forget that. He's still pretty pathetic on attack power. Oh well. You dare poison me? 112, 3 hits, not bad. 3 hits, 164. That's about the same. They stay about the same until they get to the next level. And hopefully I'll have over 500 HP on this guy next time out, because they have that really big problem of keeping people's HP really low some turns. 302, baby! Look at that! Oh yeah! Lovely. Oh man, well, That's actually pretty badass right there. That's pretty badass. That's the black. Actually, it doesn't even look the same, does it? They don't even look the same in there. That's weird. Whatever. So I need to purify him. Soft potion. I still have all my soft potions. I can only use 2 ever. Wow. So let's heal. Oh, whoops. So there's this last one here. I'm walking under skulls. Cabin? Can never be without cabins. Oh, did I see a dragon? Indeed I did. What do you say? Yeah, that's for sure. I definitely had the balls to bring it to get it and bring it back. That's for sure. So let's see what we got going on here. We got more gil, and of course another soft potion, which I guess you could hold on to them. They're probably useful. All right. Now, if I recall correctly, I think that's all the islands. Just take a quick look. Yeah, that's all the islands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, 6. Okay. All right. From here, there's plenty of places we can go, but of course, I'd have to do the volcano, which is what I'm going to do. But a few landmarks I'd like to point out ahead of time. This place here, which we're going to have to come to at some point. Technically, the only way I can think of to get here is, if I recall, landing here and going up to here. If you want to come there, I'll mention what that is later. You can go back to any previous location now. Another place that's worth mentioning is over here. Above here, right in here. This is a interesting town that we'll come to. There's some very good magic there. It's very expensive. And it's really about all the really interesting places to mention. And just a minor secret ahead of time. You can land here! Yeah, trust me, it's very useful. But it's so good to be able to fly back to all these places now. Like, all of a sudden, the ship just becomes so useless. Even though I'm going to have to use the ship at least once or twice before this is out. And another thing, you can't land inside these towns, by the way, so just land, like, say, like, right here. Alright, here we are back where our adventure began, and we are now not weaklings anymore, I guess you could say. But, so next time, I'm going to see if I can get any more. I'm going to look up some of the more stuff and get some stuff sorted out so I can continue here. But next time I'm going to go through the volcano, which is going to be cake almost at this point because I'm so strong now. I'm trying to get one more level. I don't think I'm too far away from level 22, so I'll get the next level up and then I'll go into the volcano. So I'll be level 22 next time, and next time the volcano shall be decimated. And they will buy it a shrubbery because I feel bad after that. So anyway, this is St. Coyote signing off. Rock on, everybody.